Hello traders, Gary Wagner here, just about 10:15 in Honolulu, 4:15 in New York. It is Wednesday, 13th day of April, 2016, and we're looking at a runaway Dow moving back towards that record territory. We are just under 100 points shy of moving to that elusive 18,000 mark on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, trading up almost 200 points on the day, 17,908. The low 17,741 and the high 17,018. So you can see we're just about 10 ticks, 10 points off of the high. When we look at our Standard & Poor's, this of course is the E-mini that we are looking at right now. When we look at that, that's up almost 20 points on the day at 2075, low 54, 2054, and the high 2077. So we're just about a point and a half off the high. Certainly quite a turnaround from yesterday's activity. Is there still room to get into the market from the upside? I believe there is, and I believe that we might actually see a stab for the record highs over the next 3 to 6 weeks. We'll talk about that all on today's Trending Markets. So traders, no doubt a phenomenal move today. Upside surge in U.S. equities. Dow Jones Industrial Average, as I said, once again flirting with 18,000 in terms of that index itself. Now, when we take a look at a longer term chart, this is a daily chart, but we've compressed it so we can really take a look at some of the more recent historical highs. Of course, this being last year, and our record top would be right up in here, just below 18,400. That's this line right in here. So we came just shy of that, probably around 18,300. You can see that we have a top right in here that comes in just shy of 18,000, and that is absolutely what we're flirting with right now. As I said, market trading at about 17,900 on the day. Triple digit rise, up about 187 points. Now, we just got done filming the gold forecast, and gold under tremendous pressure. A lot of that dollar based, of course, when you consider that we had a $13 drawdown in gold today, and of that, 10 of it was due to a strong dollar, only 3 of it due to selling. It really tells you there is confidence right now in the U.S. economy. We did have oil trading higher on the day, and of course, a tremendous move in the Standard & Poor's 500. And the real question is there still room to the upside to take advantage of this most recent strength that we have in the market and this continuation of this rally, which really began, it started at the beginning of this year, but it kind of fizzled out at about 16,000, but then really took off again about the first or second week of February. And I have just gone ahead and pulled up our Standard & Poor's 500, this of course being the E-mini. If you recall from yesterday, I said I really wouldn't feel comfortable taking a stab unless this market broke above 2060. Well, we've certainly seen it not only break above 2060 on today's move, up 20 points, but exceed the prior top, which was sitting at 2071.76. And we're right at, as you can see, 2071 in that area, and we have exceeded it tremendously because we are now at 2076. So where can we look to find some sort of resistance in the market? Well, if we take a look at this top here, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, it roughly matches the top that we got at the beginning of April. We're now almost halfway through, of course, this current month, coming on tax day on the 15th, just a few days away. And so in terms of a technical level, you've got just a little bit at about 2080 in terms of technical areas. As you can see down in this area, you have it up and down on both sides. You don't see anything genuine here. So 2080 isn't a very, very strong point. I can go back historically to show you where we had some technical evidence that that could be a level. But I really believe at this point that we are going to make it a stab for 2110, excuse me. And that being said, it's simply a matter of our positioning ourselves, and it's not, as I said in gold last week, a matter of if we're going to get long, but where and when we're going to get long this market, because traders, I believe that we have the opportunity to see another 100-point rise in the S&P, and I believe that we'll see the Dow Jones Industrial Average trade back over 18,000. Look for a special trade alert that will go out either today or tomorrow, initiating and recommending that we get long Standard & Poor's 500. This has been Gary Wagner, wishing you, as always, good trading. We'll talk to you tomorrow for another daily update and review. Bye-bye.